What if I told you that you could scale your Amazon FBA business to new heights and even create passive income without working 24/7? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it's not. The secret lies in building a team of skilled virtual assistants or VAs who can take over the day-to-day tasks, freeing you up to focus on strategy, scaling, and creating the freedom you've always dreamed of. Running an Amazon FBA business isn't just about launching a product. It's about juggling dozens of different tasks all the time. Product research, inventory management, PPC campaign, customer service, sourcing. There's so many things you're juggling and more as your business grows. It's easy to burn out if you try to do it all by yourself. And I learned that the hard way. That's where VAs come in. These skilled professionals handle repetitive or time-consuming tasks, giving you the freedom to focus on big-picture strategy. In this video, we'll explore 10 areas where VA can make a huge impact on your Amazon FBA business, the tools to manage them, and how much they'll cost. So make sure you grab a notebook and let's break it down. Let's start with the foundation of every successful FBA business is product research. A virtual assistant can scour niches, analyze competitors, and use tools like Helium 10 or ChatGPT to generate profitable product ideas. For example, imagine you're interested in the kitchen niche. Your VAs can use AI to brainstorm 50 unique product ideas and pre-validate them, saving you countless hours of doing product research on your own. And when you delegate this task, you get to focus on picking the best option, the best ideas, and not having to search for them, right? You can, once you understand that it's a process to find a product, you can teach your VAs to do the same thing. And then at the end of the week, they send you a list of potential product, and then you just look at them out of the 5 criteria, 10 criteria, whatever it may be. So we have a list of criteria that we use, that we teach all of our students in our program. And using that list, you can teach your VAs, and they will follow that list. And as you move forward in your business, you have your VAs find more products for you to help you launch new products. Now, once you select your product, you move to the next step is creating the listing and that ranks. Virtual Assistant can handle in-depth keyword research, optimize titles and bullet points, and even add SEO-friendly alt text to your image. And those tasks is repetitive, like putting alternative text on your images. It's good for SEO, but man, it takes time. And there's like over 100 words that you can put in there. The results, you get a listing that's ranking higher because you're actually paying attention to the detail on Amazon search result, and you're then driving more organic traffic to your product. Next is keeping track of your inventory. This thing is very important. It's very crucial. And stock out can kill your sales. Amazon doesn't like that, while overstocking can drain your cash flow. A virtual assistant can monitor your stock levels, set up restocking, reordering, reminders, and manage inventory across fulfillment channels. Let's just say you have multiple listing all across different marketplaces like Etsy, Walmart.com, your Shopify store. And a lot of that inventory is being shipped out using multi-channel fulfillment within Amazon. Well, you got to make sure you have stock and make sure you're tracking those stock accurately through multiple channels. So you got to have someone always changing the stock. Let's say something goes out when you have like 100 different SKUs. And so having a virtual assistant is going to be crucial and a game changer for you when it comes to managing your inventory. Your VAs will ensure smooth inventory management. You can avoid costly mistakes and keep your business running smoothly. Next one is customer service is one of the most important things that a lot of founders forget when they're starting their Amazon FBA business. And if you have bad customer service, if they email you and you don't respond right away, Amazon will ding you for that, as well as any other platform. If you have a customer email you on Shopify and you don't respond, it's gonna give them a bad impression. So having a VA on standby monitoring your inboxes and any inquiries that come through and addressing any negative messages or any customer complaint will help improve your customer experiences. And let's say if you have, a refund process or replacement process, you can do it very quickly because now you're not overwhelmed with handling refund and replacement or negative complaints. You have your virtual assistant, and it's all about setting up the right system. It's all about setting up, let's say, a knowledge base, let's say a frequently asked question or a frequent problem that people have, and then just recording that and having your VAs document those things so that they can come back. And all the VAs that you hire, you're going to have to train them at the beginning. But once you have a repetitive process in place, you train them and they will just do that for you. And that's how you can step back and buy back your time. And by delegating these tasks to a VA, you'll save time while building trust and loyalty with your customers. Now let's talk about how to manage your virtual assistant effectively. You got to have the right tools. So what are the right tools that I use that really made a difference in my business? For communication, I use tools like Slack, really for real-time chat, has multiple channels in there, and you can have private channels, public channels, and it's dedicated for different part of my business like operations, website, inventory management, finance, like I say, website development, website improvement. You can have different things for different purposes, and those channels specifically will have the right people in them that you communicate with. Now, you can also use Zoom for video calls. You can also use for task management. You can use a platform like Trello, which is free. You can upgrade to the paid subscription as well, or you just stick to the free one if you don't have a lot of virtual assistant. You can also use Asana as well. I used a little bit of Asana in the past. You can assign tasks, set deadline, and track progress. For time management tools, I use Hubstaff or Time Doctor. This let you monitor the productivity of your team, ensure that tasks are completed and on time, and this is how you also track if they show up to work or not. And the truth is, the best way to track your VA's performances is based on specific project completion. Like if you have a project and you set a deadline, and if they complete it, they got the job done. If they don't, then you know your VA is not performing. And so I use Hubstaff in the past. You can, if you don't trust your VAs at the beginning, you can use Hubstaff and you can do screen recording and they'll record their screen. But there's ways around that. The VAs are a lot smarter now, and they found ways to be on the job while doing another job and maybe not focus on your job. And so you don't want to do that. You want to set clear, specific goals. Like this week, I want you to DM, let's say 1,000 people, or this week I want you to research 500 products and narrow it down to 10 highly profitable products, something like that. And when they complete that goal, that's what you want to achieve. So give them specific, measurable, smart tasks and projects. And anything that's repetitive, you ask them to give you a report. And tracking somebody's screen is not going to be helpful all the time, because if you're not looking at it, it doesn't really matter. So to me, Hubstaff and Time Doctors are great for that. If that's something that you want to start looking into. Now for collaborations, Google Doc, Google Sheet work just fine. Google Drive, and sharing it makes it so much easier. Like all your files or your folders, that's the best way to do it. If you are wanting to share secure password access to your virtual assistants, LastPass or 1Password, they have a share password function that you don't have to share the actual password itself. It just shares the access. And you can check them out on YouTube. There's a bunch of ways on how to use LastPass or 1Pass. I use LastPass, but that's one way that you can create access without having to give out your password. These tools ensure your VAs are aligned with your goals and give you full visibility into their work without micromanaging, because who likes being micromanaged? Now, next task you can outsource is running PPC campaign. Now, it can be time consuming and tricky, but you can train a VA to set up your campaigns, monitor it, and optimize your campaign, and then adjust the bid and budgets to maximize the return on investment. This will free you up to focus on scaling while ensuring your ad spend is used effectively. I see this problem all the time with new Amazon FBA founders. They set their PPC campaign and then they forget it. They don't come back and review it and look at it on a constant basis. That's where the mistake happened, because you have a bunch of leaking campaigns that are losing money and you don't pay attention to them. That's why you burn a lot of your money, and you're not focusing on certain specific seasons. Let's say maybe a holiday like Valentine's Day is coming, and on Valentine's Day the advertising cost goes really high for that specific Valentine's Day niche that you're in. Well, you want to start cutting back your advertising, because during that time everybody's competing for that keyword, and so now you're burning through your profit without monitoring, when you don't monitor your PPC campaign. And when you have a VA that's always watching it every single day and you pay them to do that job, now you can get a report, or you tell them like, hey, if this happened to PPC, let me know, and then we decide what to do. Or we can just shut it off and then let me know, because you can always turn it back on. It's better to sell less but make a profit than sell hundreds of thousands and lose money in every sale. It's just not worth it for me. Another task you can have your VA do is social media. And social media is a great way to build your brand. VAs can create posts, engage with followers, collaborate with micro influencers. They can do outreach for you too. And this helps you expand your reach, build your brand presence online, and a consistent online presence strengthen up your brand. And it drives traffic to your Amazon store as well. If customer likes what you're posting and you're posting constantly, you get free eyeballs. And the game on Amazon is getting more traffic and eyeballs to your listing. That's how you get more ranking. That's how you get more sales. So how much does an actual VA cost? It depends on their location and experience. And in the Philippines, from my experience, you're thinking my expectation usually is $250 to $8 per hour for someone who is skilled. Now, $250 to $4 is okay, but if you want somebody highly skilled, you're gonna have to pay like $6 and up for really higher skilled VAs. In India and Pakistan, you get your rates around $4 to $10 per hour. And Pakistan, from my experience, I noticed that they're great with social media content, video editing, and just good strategies, good PPC management. So they are very good when it comes to the technical and editing. Europe and South America, the cost is around $6 to $15 an hour, depending on the skill set and the specialization. And when you hire from a third world country, it allows you to get a lot of value while providing meaningful opportunities for skilled workers who don't have jobs in that country. I'm not saying outsource everything, but man, when you are traveling, when you want to have this, they call it virtual nomad lifestyle, you got to have a virtual assistant team. You can hire people in the States. We work with people in Canada as well, and in the US as well. We have our own team here. But when you can source out a lot of the work overseas, it cut down your costs so that you can keep more money. You make a lot more profit because you're cutting down your cost. In finances, you can have VAs help you with this because finances can be very overwhelming sometimes, like managing your P&Ls, bookkeeping, tracking your records, your expenses. All of that can be overwhelming. And when you're trying to track all of that and you don't have a lot of time and you're not familiar with that, it becomes kind of overwhelming. And VAs, you can teach them to do that for you, or you can hire ones that already know how to do that, and they can track all your expenses and your transactions so that at the end of the year, you don't have to worry about that. And you better start learning how to look at P&Ls, but to look at a P&L, you gotta start tracking to know what profit and loss look like. And they can help you unsubscribe or cancel subscription that you're not using as well. So a lot of tasks you can transfer to a VA. And outsourcing finance management, you have a clear picture of your business performances without getting bogged down in the details. Virtual assistants are a game changer for Amazon FBA sellers, okay? By delegating tasks like product research, customer service, and finance management, and using the right tool to manage them, you can save countless hours and focus on scaling your business to create this passive income. All businesses are not passive at the beginning. That's the truth of it. There's no business in the world that is passive, truly. The only passive business out there is when you create a song, you write a song, like Justin Bieber write a song, and then they sell the rights to that song and they get a royalty every time the song is played. Right? That's extremely passive, but they have to do the hard work at the beginning. For you, it's the same thing. When you're building your business, it's not going to be extremely passive, but when you put a team in place, you put a system in place, that's when it becomes passive. Start small. Hire a VA for one task and see how it transforms your workflow. And as you grow, add more responsibility. The key is to build a team that support your vision to help you scale. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a comment below sharing which VA task you most excited to delegate. So let's take your Amazon business to the next level together. See you in the next video.